Meantime, Eli Lilly announcing plans to expand its manufacturing here in the United States, with 4 new sites expected to create more than 3,000 jobs. Our Angelica Peebles is here at Post 9 with a very special guest. Hey, Angelica.
Hey, Carl. It's nice to be here. And Dave Ricks, thanks so much for joining us today. Sorry I couldn't make it down to D.C. for this big event, but I want to start with these manufacturing sites that you're announcing. So these 4 sites, what's the goal here? Will they be replacing overseas manufacturing, or is this just a continuation of that increase of the obesity drug supply that you've been undertaking since 2020?
Right. So today we're announcing 4 new sites, $27 billion additional spend, bringing our total to more than $50 billion since 2020 in the U.S. So huge build out in our country. And it's to support our pipeline growth overall, but disproportionately growing in the U.S. And so here we'll be building 4 new sites. 3 are active ingredient sites, and then 1 parenteral site for the injectable medications. Of course, the Zepbound and other future obesity medications will be a big part of that volume growth, but other medicines for cancer and Alzheimer's, et cetera, will also be important to support here with domestic manufacturing. So big announcement today. It's very exciting.
Dave, I have to ask, you're having this event in D.C., you're based in Indy, you even had the Commerce Secretary speak at your event, so how much of this is about getting a message to President Trump?
Well, of course, we want everyone to know that we're doing this. Maybe a bit different from the past, where we would quietly look for a site and then announce it when we did a groundbreaking. Here we are in advance expressing our intention, and I think there's 2 reasons for that. One is we do want to influence the policy environment. And, of course, President Trump and Secretary Lutnick and Kevin Hassett was here today as well. All can have an influence on that, which is about U.S. tax competitiveness, because none of this would happen if we go back to the days of U.S. having double the tax rate of every other country. We need that corporate tax rate to stay low. And then, of course, other policies that support domestic manufacturing. We want to build things here. We want to make our medicines here. We need an environment that remains competitive to do that, including an environment that supports innovation. The other part of this is being open to new things. Lilly's been a Midwestern company most of our time, our almost 150-year history, but we're open to locating in other places. We've built 2 new sites in the Carolinas. We're doing it this way, so as governors and states can reach out to us and say, hey, we've got a great opportunity for you to make medicine in our state. So we want to hear all those proposals, and we're sort of doing this by a big announcement up front, and then we'll announce each site as we make those specific decisions.
Feels a little bit like the Amazon HQ2, if you remember that. And at the same time, though, you do have a large manufacturing presence overseas, particularly in Europe, where just last year you announced an expansion of what you're doing in Ireland. So how would EU tariffs affect you? I know you say China's not a big deal, but I want to talk about the EU. And what was the message that you heard last week when you met with President Trump at the White House with some of your peers?
Yeah, I mean, it's what he says to everyone else, which is he'd like to see more manufacturing jobs and capital expenditures here in the U.S. I think the thing for Lilly is we already have a heavy dose of that in the U.S. right now, with 5 or 6 plants either built or under construction, and now we're adding 4 more. We are, though, a global business, so we will also spend our resources to expand capacity in places where that makes sense. All companies need to consider, the disruption we saw in supply chains, whether it be due to the COVID-19 virus and the lessons of that, or other geopolitical tensions or other things. So I think you will see more redundancy being put in around the world. Europe's a big market for us, so is Asia. But mostly today is about the U.S. situation, and we'll be a net exporter out of the U.S. when all this is said and done. And I think that's great for our country. It's good for Lilly to have those supply chains closer to us. And we have a lot of confidence in our ability to train workers and make safe and effective medicines here in the U.S.
David, Sarah, it all sounds great. The problem is, doesn't it take a few years to stand up these factories and manufacturing facilities? And in the meantime, you're going to be vulnerable to tariffs, as you have to import a lot of the ingredients and medicines, right? Or did you get some sort of exemption for that because of this commitment today?
Well, there's no discussion about that yet. Of course, we don't have a tariff policy affecting pharmaceuticals as of yet, but you can bet we're speaking to the administration about what the contours of that should be. You're pointing out something important, Sarah, which is that typically it would take 4 or 5 years to build a new manufacturing site. We think we can go a little faster with our work. We do need help from government too, though. It takes too long for permitting, for environmental permitting and local permitting. It takes too long for the FDA to review and approve these sites. In total, that's almost half the time. So we could work together with the government and speed up these sites coming online, jobs being filled, and exports happening. But we have to work together. And of course, it makes no sense to punish companies that are pursuing this agenda with the administration and on behalf of the American people. So we'll make that point as well.